Hey, dog, what about the Lakers?
That's what we do agree on. Yeah. They don't like man. That's one thing about us, man. We don't like man.
I met all of them in the same year, so I've known all of them the same amount of time. But we were friends. No. Listen.
There are a lot of people in Hollywood who are probably worried about which Diddy parties they were at and what was going on. That's not to say that they were necessarily even involved in it.
It looks like things are just getting worse for Diddy, and the drama is spilling even faster as more secrets spill. You know the celebrities who stayed hush-hush about Diddy's wild parties? Yeah, they're starting to crack. Word on the street is some big names are about to break their silence, and guess who's leading the pack? None other than Snoop Dogg himself. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why is Snoop Dogg stepping up to snitch? Well, rumor has it that he's been to a few of Diddy's infamous parties back in the day, and let's just say he's seen a lot. But unlike some other stars who've got caught up in the freaky chaos, Snoop had a little secret weapon, his wife, Shantae. Ever since she took over as his manager, Snoop's been smartly distancing himself from Diddy's wild antics, and now it seems like he's ready to spill the tea. Maybe even name drop a few celebs who are getting down at these freak-off parties. So buckle up, because if Snoop's about to talk, you know it's going to be wild. 1. Snoop Dogg. Now, let's be real for a second. Diddy wasn't exactly making a name just off his so-called top-tier music. Sure, he's got some hits, but we all know his real claim to fame was those wild, over-the-top infamous parties. The kind of parties you'd hear whispers about for days afterward about the freak-offs and who did what with whom. And honestly, are we really supposed to believe that nobody in the industry knew what was going down at these events? Come on, the industry is like one big high school cafeteria. Everybody is in each other's business. Whether you're a big-time star or just trying to make it, you know exactly what's happening behind closed doors. So when people act all surprised about the latest Diddy revelations, it's hard not to roll your eyes. They knew, they just didn't say anything. Because let's face it, those parties are the worst-kept secret in Hollywood.
Diddy didn't do it alone. Where are all the celebrities and friends that hung around Diddy? Did they really not know all of this information about this gentleman? Diddy didn't do it alone. Cosby didn't do it alone. R. Kelly didn't do it alone. The list goes on and on.
Suge Knight dropped some serious tea, and honestly, what's he got to lose? From behind bars, serving his 28-year sentence, he's airing it all out. Suge doesn't have any reason to hold back now that everything's on the line. During a phone interview with Chris Cuomo, Suge didn't mince words as he called out some of the biggest names in the game: Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, and more, for staying silent while Diddy's mess unraveled. Suge straight up revealed that Snoop knew every intricate detail of what went down at those infamous parties, but still hadn't come forward. Now we're just waiting to see if they'll all step up or stay silent. I look at it real plain and simple. I ain't no whistleblower. The facts are there, but right now, I don't care if it's T.I. I don't care if it's Rick Ross. I don't care if it's Jay-Z. I don't care if it's Snoop Dogg. I don't care if it's The Game. I don't care if it's Drake. Nobody is stepping up. He didn't even flinch when he talked about shared history between Snoop and Diddy. I remember when they were giving Puffy an award at the ASCAP Awards. Andre went up there and got him an expensive watch and gave it to him in front of everybody. He basically confessed his love to this man. Then Puffy and Snoop became besties. Every time you see one, you see the other. Next thing you know, they start painting their fingernails. It didn't make sense The Game bought Puffy a Lamborghini when Puffy got more money than The Game. Why are you buying this man a Lamborghini? You know your homies don't even got a Lamborghini. But once again, it's that secret society. For this thing to work and fix it, they gotta start all the way over in these major record labels and these big buildings. They need to get rid of all the guys who was connected to the poison and the snake. While he's got no love for Diddy, he made it clear that he doesn't celebrate any black man, or anyone really, being thrown behind bars. Me personally, I don't jump and cheer for no black man or any other human being going to prison. But Suge's thinking about the ripple effect too, adding that Diddy's situation doesn't just affect him, but his kids as well. Suge didn't stop there. He acknowledged the pain of the alleged victims and their families, but dropped a major hint that Diddy might not be the only one responsible. According to Suge, Diddy's just the fall guy in a much bigger picture.
There are a whole lot of celebrities that have been on this particular list. And off the rip, I'm not saying that all of these people are involved in whatever the hell was going on in his mansions and at his little freak-offs, but I do truly believe that every single one of them should be questioned.
Federal authorities have already said that the allegations against Diddy were widely known for years. So why is he the only one facing the heat? It seems like there are bigger players out there keeping their hands clean, and Suge's not afraid to call it out. Puffy didn't get to where he got by doing those things listed in the allegations by himself. He was taught by people before him, and he did it to the younger people after him. Prosecutors have just revealed that the investigation into Diddy's alleged crimes is still very much ongoing, and it's only a matter of time before more charges could be slapped onto him or anyone else involved in this mess. Hollywood is practically bursting at the seams with tension right now, but reports are swirling that Snoop Dogg isn't going to keep quiet any longer, no matter how much pressure the higher-ups try to put on him. And let's not forget, during the raid on Diddy's homes, HSI investigators reportedly loaded up a boatload of evidence, including electronic devices. If you think back, Diddy had a notorious habit of recording his activities supposedly as blackmail material. So who knows what kind of dirt they've got on these devices? Things are about to get a whole lot messier.
More and more details keep coming out, things keep getting leaked, and we're not doing anything about it. I also get that it is early still in this investigation, but I hope dude squeals like a pig.
Anyway, the LA businessman also theorized that Combs won't have an open and shut case due to his powerful connections. He's not a dummy, so he's smart enough to work his magic. On top of that, he's been involved with the FBI for most of his career. He's got powerful people. One of his partners who started his company with substance money, President Obama, got him out of prison. The word has it that most of the people included in this Diddy ring were also named in Lil Rod's lawsuit. For starters, Diddy's former producer and videographer, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, dropped a bombshell with a federal lawsuit accusing the rapper of SH, sting, and threats. Jones didn't hold back, also claiming that Diddy and his crew were knee-deep in illegal activities, including DT, ST, soliciting S-workers, providing laced drink to minors, and SA. The case made waves, but really things escalated when Jones amended his complaint in March, adding 25 extra pages and bringing in a new defendant, Cuba Gooding Jr.
That's crazy. That's the craziest thing I'd ever. And then, hey, how about me? I wake up in the morning, I turn on the stage show, and Actor Cuba Gooding Jr. I was like, excuse me, pull me into this.
According to Jones, Diddy wasn't just misusing his power. He was allegedly grooming him to be passed on to his friends. And yes, that's including Gooding. Jones claimed that the setup took place in January 2023 while they were on Diddy's yacht in the Virgin Islands. Diddy allegedly suggested that Gooding get to know Jones better before leaving the two alone in a makeshift studio. What happened next? Jones claimed that Gooding SH and aid him, but as expected, when he was asked about his involvement, he literally started trolling Diddy's situations. The lawsuit stated, Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones's legs, his upper inner thighs near his groin, the small of his back near his buttocks, and his shoulders. Jones says he was extremely uncomfortable and attempted to reject Gooding's advances, but claims the actor did not stop until Jones forcibly pushed him away. You see, there's a real chance that Rodney still has the footage. Remember, Rodney was Diddy's guy, staying at his place and recording everything at his request. If he's sitting on those tapes and they come out, oh boy, Cuba might have to eat his words, and let's be real, that's not going to be pretty.
Who was involved, who had been a frequent guest in these places and areas. It's funny because my lawyers said, every outlet.
I mean, did you catch Cuba's vibes in that interview? The way he was hesitating and stumbling, it gave major red lawyer flags, if you know what I mean. Something's off, and if that footage sees the light of day, it could be game over for more than just Diddy. And guess what? It didn't escape the fans one bit. I'm confused. This dude says God has a plan for Diddy like he didn't do ish wrong. They're not denying what he did but saying Diddy isn't dumb enough to keep the tapes with him. So you're admitting he effed up ish but sticking up for him, basically saying he's smart in the way he did it? I had to type this after the first few sentences this dude said, cause WTF. The Death Row co-founder also commented on the news that Diddy is on self-harm watch and is paranoid about being poisoned. I don't want to say he's in danger, and neither should he say that, he said, because once he gets to the point where they feel he's gonna be you don't got the rights to nothing. No socks, no drawers, no t-shirt, no blanket, no sheets. You're naked in a cell as a crazy man, so he definitely don't want to do that. In addition to Cube, Diddy's ex-girlfriend was also making things easier for Diddy. The City Girls rapper Young Miami kept coming up in Rodney Lil Rod Jones' lawsuit, and things he revealed were pretty wild. You might remember their situationship from 2021, definitely not exclusive. In 2023, she told The Cut, "We're still good friends, but we're single. That's not my man. We had our own situation, I'm not gonna put a title on it." But Jones's lawsuit didn't shy away from some serious allegations. One of the biggest claims was that Young Miami, aka Carisha Ramika Brownlee, transported a substance called 2C across state lines for Diddy. According to Jones, 2C is a mix of E and C, and the lawsuit described a scenario where Young Miami flew in on a private jet just to deliver the stuff to Combs during rehearsals for the Something in the Water festival in Virginia.
So 2C is the cocaine, but they take the ketamine and cook it up. And they fold it into the cup.
Jones even took it a step further, claiming Young Miami was on Combs' payroll, not for music, but as one of his alleged S-workers. And if that wasn't wild enough, he also claims her cousin SA'd him in 2022, literally bursting into the bathroom on Thanksgiving Day and groping him. As for Young Miami, she's been vocal in denying any involvement in S-work, but no one's really buying it. After 50 Cent stirred the pot by posting a clip from the Jason Lee show where she jokingly referred to herself as a W, she quickly set the record straight. She claimed her words were taken out of context and were actually a reference to a gay slur. In her own words, "I am not a P, I've never sold a day in my life, and I hate how this is getting spun." But wait, it gets worse. Aside from Miami, you've got Dr. Dre jumped into the mix, claiming that during one of Diddy's infamous parties, his and Snoop's X-rated video got stolen. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does Dr. Dre have to do with Diddy or these tapes? Well, it looks like all the high-profile people were making these tapes, and chances are it was happening at Diddy's parties. I mean, where else would they have the audacity to pull something like that off?
I mean, it was a videotape that we did at my house just for my private collection, you know what I mean? Snoop was a part of it.
They got it?
Somebody.
And now let's be real. If someone's out there swiping Snoop's tape, you honestly think they stop there? No way. They could have been a ruse to collect dirt on Dre and Snoop, you know, for future blackmail. And think about it. Maybe that's why Snoop is stepping up now, trying to get ahead of the storm before he's knee-deep in this mess. Despite Diddy's carefully crafted public image as a family man and devoted father, some downright shocking stories are surfacing that tell a whole different tale about his private life. Multiple accounts now suggest that Diddy allegedly targeted young straight male rappers and pressured them into compromising situations that were far from comfortable with. These allegations, if true, paint a darker side to the rap mogul's behind-the-scenes behavior, raising questions about how far he went to maintain power and control in the industry. What was once hidden is slowly being dragged into the spotlight. One of the more disturbing allegations came from rapper Jaguar Wright, who shared a shocking story involving Diddy and singer Christopher Williams. According to Jaguar, someone accidentally walked in on Diddy, allegedly catching him forcing Williams to perform oral S on him. What makes it even wilder is that after being caught, Diddy didn't stop. It's one thing to engage in such acts with the door unlocked, but Diddy was reportedly so unashamed he didn't even bother pausing after being seen. If true, it raises serious questions about his attitude toward power and privacy.
When she walked in, the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. And when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff.
Apparently, Young Miami isn't the only woman tied to Diddy in this explosive lawsuit. Two other women, Daphne Joy Cervantes Narvaez and Jade Ramey, have also been named as part of the alleged group of women receiving a monthly stipend from Combs. Daphne Joy swiftly denied these claims. She took to Instagram, calling the accusations 100% false and character assassination, and hinted at legal actions against the suit's filer, Rodney Jones. She said, "I am deeply hurt by the lies in Rodney Jones's lawsuit. The claim that I am an S-worker is 100% false and character assassination. I'm retaining an attorney to explore all legal remedies against Rodney and his attorney." The other woman, Ramey, also shared a statement on Instagram, though hers was less direct. "Yes, I dated someone," she wrote. "Dating someone doesn't directly correlate to any of the false allegations made. How unfortunate it is that we've entered a time where caring for someone or falling in love is worthy of scrutiny in the court of public opinion." Rodney Jones's lawsuit is pulling out all the stops, dragging some of the biggest names in Diddy's circle, and the accusations just keep getting wilder. But while Diddy sits in jail, denied bail twice and waiting for trial, you have to wonder how long before his inner circle starts looking for a way out. First up to give up could be Christina Coram, Diddy's chief of staff. According to the lawsuit, she wasn't just handling emails and calendars. Oh no, she was allegedly running around fetching Diddy's favorite substances, C, GHB, E, weed gummies, and 2C, and making sure they were always on standby. Jones even claimed that she forced him to carry these substance pouches multiple times. And then there's the claim that Coram instructed Diddy's son, Justin Combs, to bring in P, underage girls, and S-workers. If this is true, Coram might be the key to Diddy's alleged underground lifestyle. But here's the thing, all these people, Coram, Justin, even Lucian Grange, the CEO of Universal Music Group, might soon be thinking about self-preservation. Grange is accused of turning a blind eye to where the money was going, allegedly giving Diddy unfettered access to UMG's financial resources. And now that Diddy's locked up, there's a good chance the rest of them will be eager to strike a deal to avoid sinking with the ship. Maybe even hand over some juicy intel to shave years off their sentences. At the time Rodney filed the lawsuit, Sean Hawley, Combs' lawyer, denied all of Jones's allegations, saying, "We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies. There will be legal consequences for all defamatory statements made about the Combs family." But with Diddy facing federal charges and no bail, things could get real interesting real fast. Could his right-hand staff and music execs flip to save themselves? If the walls start closing in, it won't be surprising if somebody starts talking. Maybe Snoop is right at the top of the list. Despite that, fans are not putting up with Snoop's pseudo-expose. If you knew about it and didn't say anything, I have no respect for you as a man, because you could have stopped it a long time ago. If you're DC Watson or P. Diddy and you got money, why not just go to Vegas? You don't need to D people or T people. Another added, anybody running their mouth speaking up after the fact is just as complicit. If you're willing to tell on people now, you should have been willing to tell back then and stopped countless people from being hurt. That's it for today. See you at the next one. Goodbye.